Yeah, I think I had a scab. Everybody needs to be deep on.
Yo. What up? What up? Hi. I committed. You're coming. Luke was all ready, and I'm like,
Make it happen.
yeah. Huh? Man, I got so sick. I almost called it. I was so sick. I got the flu on Christmas Day for 10 days. I lost like 11 pounds. I'm really sick of that flu, man. Everybody's getting it.
I know that's actually going around.
It was miserable. Like, I just literally got over it and then went straight to a job in Florence, Alabama. I got home last night at 2. So I've been sick and then working, and this is where I am now. How about y'all? How was it?
Good.
Whole family? Yeah. You look like you got sun.
That's a wild thing. Come on.
Really, your face looks like it's... Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get changed and join y'all.
What up, dog? How you doing? Five. There. I should have gotten changed. I just had to pee so bad. I forgot to grab my clothes.
It's alright. That's how I was.
It's about that time. Yo. Hello, Joshua.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
So, are my flip flops back there?
Yeah.
You're good. I'm gonna walk back there.
Hey, how are you, man?
Fine. How are you? Anthony.
Anthony, hey, JC. Nice to meet you, man. I think you already signed up for a role trial on the site, right? Correct. You're good to go. Do you have any questions? No. Just no one moves, no shoes on the mat, no bare feet on the mat. Outside of that, just feel free to get on, start stretching a little bit. We're about to get started. I'll just give you a few more minutes for a few minutes. Okay. But then I'll get class started in about 3 minutes.
Special ed class.
Guys, hey, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. You're giving us a couple guys some extra time.
Got all that time,
We need some like,
I like this.
some slides that are gonna do some like moving on.
Back in your heat back, you don't know, bro. Hey, man. Just give it a second.
All right, guys, 1 more minute.
That man got tried that arm, but it didn't work. No. I'm lying.
We're good. You have a good day, man?
Yeah. Good day. What about you?
Pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, I heard y'all thought that.
All right, guys, let's get into it. All right.
no. He's the man who cannot hear with us.
Yep.
We're gonna bring it in warm with hooks and circles. All right. So look, the game is pretty simple. Okay. I want you to focus on putting your hands anywhere between the shoulders. Okay. Once I've established that connection, whether it's on the shoulders, on the, it can also be on the arm, it can be on the head. So once I put my hands somewhere between the elbows, okay, now I want you to think about starting to put your head in between the shoulders on the chest, okay, on either side. I don't care what it looks like as long as it's between the shoulders and on his chest, okay. This is something I want you to focus on the whole time. You win the game though, okay, this is how you set up success for the game. But you win the game if I can get double unders with my head on the chest, okay? Or if I can lock my hands in a circle around his body with my head on his chest. Make sense? Simple enough? Alright, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
You gotta be new.
Yeah, going continuously for 4 minutes.
Don't be afraid of it.
Guys, this is Anthony's
What's
his
your name?
first class. Y'all take care of him and introduce yourself before you leave, please.
It's always weird. awkward. You never done it before. It's intimidating.
Anthony, why don't you work with Luke, man? He'll take care of you.
Yeah, he will. What's up?
Double unders. 4 body laps. Focus on what I was and then you're getting the back and the head, short hips, biceps. As long as you hold it between them. You right here. Right here. Touch him, and then I put my hand and you go between the legs. Here, follow eyes, right? Like right now, that's just kind of what I'm doing. Is because this is where a lot of
Get in or in? Yes. I've been inside between the chin and under. Yeah, in the neck, or in the chest. Right.
I'm just saying. If you have the grips on me, he's inside me. Right now, just simplify. You lock your hands on that. Put your hands anywhere here and try to hold it for the long collar. He's going to be trying to do the same thing that you do. See, if I'm on the inside here, he can't get inside here. He's got to work to get inside mine. We're just going to constantly be trying to split it.
Don't even worry about the underneath right now. Like it's
One more minute to work, guys.
Put me around all over your face.
That's a win. A win.
yeah.
Yeah. 30 seconds, guys. Come on, focus up. Good, Nevada. 20 seconds. Time, get your breath, get your breath.
Stop watching the Chad beat me up.
Alright guys, the next game. So we're gonna start
I'm good. I'm Jason.
right here. We're starting behind our partner's elbows with our hands locked, okay?
JC's right there, the coach.
So my job, listen up guys. My job is to put his hands
For a free trial,
on
we're
the
just
mat
talking about Facebook instead.
without making him fall.
Free trial.
Now his hands on
I've
the
never
mat,
done it
so
before.
his hands on the mat as long as I can.
No.
Without making him fall
I
over.
just started
And without my knees touching.
September
Okay?
this year.
Okay.
So I'm fairly new too.
Good.
Trying to
And he builds back up.
45 and you get in
Swap.
shape.
Make sense? Simple enough.
Hands in the mat, wrestle up, basically.
Do you want
Try
to
to
keep them
put his hands on the mat and then
you
keep
want
him there for as
to
long as
for a
possible.
second?
Without knocking
What
him
do you
down
watch
and
for
without
this
falling
man?
down.
I didn't even know what.
Okay?
I didn't have time to actually go to mine and go.
Fresh hand.
I got off work.
Catching your sin. What's that mean?
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Hey, man. Hey, see. I think I talked to you on Facebook. Nice to meet you, man. You want to join class?
Oh,
Yeah. If you decide to get on the mats, I'll just need you to sign a waiver. But if you just want to watch, that's totally fine.
yeah, I want to watch. I need to find time to find the clothes,
You're welcome to watch. And come back and do it.
and I'm not even worried about the flat route. I want to keep going.
Okay, well, you can still get it for free. You want to wait till Monday. You watch tonight and come for free.
Every night.
Every night, week 16. And then Saturday morning.
Yeah, if you want to maintain that.
Try to get his hands. Try to get his hands in there. Alright, hey, rest. I want to change this a little bit. Okay, look. Same person's going to go the whole time. You're working for 1 minute, okay? And then we'll swap. So the game starts whenever he puts his hands on the mat. Alright, so now
You're not breaking them down, they're just starting down?
I've changed the game. Okay? I want him, he starts here, he's going to try to build back up, and I'm always trying to put him back down. It's okay if he builds back up, but, okay, but I don't want to knock him down. Okay, if he falls, just reset. Okay, we're not getting to work what we want to work if he falls over. Okay? Same person going for the whole minute. Alright, I'll tell you when to switch. Alright, you ready guys? Alright, start with the hands on the mat. Alright, on bell, let's go. Top player, focus on keeping their hips covered. Keep their hips
Don't go all the
covered.
way down.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Let them back up. That's good.
Yeah,
Keep their hips covered.
come lower, bring her.
Focus on keeping his hips covered, his head heavy. Cover their hips, move their leg towards their head.
To me, your torso, your body needs to be what's controlling his body. Like your torso.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. Bottom player, you can untangle their hands and turn face to the wind. You can unlock their hands and look at them and win.
He's trying to hear me. You're serious.
Alright, switch partners, guys. Switch partners, guys. Hey, if you can separate their hands and turn around and face them, you win. Switch partners. Yeah. Sorry. Switch who's attacking. It's really your use. Guys, ready? Alright, on the bell. Keep that weight in the hands. Cover the hips, weight in the hands. Try to get the leg forward. As he builds back to his base, it's going to be easier to untangle your hands here.
Are you grasping, clasping hands?
Yeah. And then you unlock it.
Yeah.
Okay, let it go back up, but make it hard. Make it harder. Keep his hips covered. Keep his hips covered.
You got to pull. Get it down.
15 seconds, guys. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Try to keep their hips covered. Time. All right, get your breath. Great job. Get your breath. All right. That's enough standing. I think we're all warm. We all are warm. I didn't do anything. Yeah. I'm not gonna make Okay. All right, listen up while you get your breath, okay? Alright, listen while you get your breath. Alright, one player standing, bottom player is going to start, but I want you to specifically try to make an S with your hips. If your hip mobility allows you to make, like, if you know it's called a 90-90, where I have a 90 degree here and a 90 degree here, do that. Okay, I want to really open everybody's hips up right now. If you don't have the hip mobility for that, that's totally fine. Modify it to where you're in some way making some sort of an S with your legs here. Okay? You can pick either one, I don't care. But just some variation of an S. It doesn't matter if it's a super narrow S or super wide S, I don't really care. Okay? Alright, as we start playing, my job on the bottom is to, so you start playing, is to either, remember the game we played the other night where we started shin on shin? Is to either connect to him here and start to put his hands on the mat and keep him on the mat for as long as I can until he pulls back up, or I want to stand up, but I can't stand up unless I block my hands around the leg. Now I can stand up. Okay? If I'm able to stand up with my hands locked around the leg, I'll win. He's able to win if I put his hands on the mat and he's able to go back up, or if he's able to, just like the other night, he's able to establish an underhook either side and go around my legs and connect his chest to my chest. Okay? Make sense? Any questions on that? Okay. I just here. Actually, I don't even want you to go around the legs. I just want you to get an underhook. Okay? I don't even go around the legs right now. I don't want anybody rolling over their ankle or anything like that right now. Let's stay like this and then as we start playing, Luke comes in, he's fighting for underhooks. Okay? He's fighting for underhooks. I'm fighting for connection. Okay? Make sense? Alright, let's say 1, 2, 3.
I come downstairs, or he comes downstairs the other day.
That's all. Hey, you can tell me any way you want as long as you get the hand.
So much disrespect.
That makes sense?
My goal is to stand up backwards, you drive it forward.
Hey, Josh, don't be afraid to switch to chin on chin if you don't feel like the wrestle up there. If you wrestle up there, the chin on chin's there. You want to squat over easy.
I mean, I feel good that I got in there.
Yeah, just continue to squat.
It's a little micro bit. Oh, that's from. Her true color is showing.
So if we're here, I want to know
Like, so you can just eliminate this. Oh,
contact this switch. You have space, he's just
try to get his hands on the mat and keep him there. If you want to do that instead of One more minute to work, guys.
Yes.
Minute and a half work.
He gonna choke them.
Very good. Good, Chad.
I got no hook. It was backwards, but I just told you within the rules of Trump. It's not gay, it's not gay. Underground's not open.
You got a good connection. But don't do that. 40 seconds to work, guys. 40 seconds to work. Good, Anthony. 30 seconds. Good.
I just don't have a good one over that. We're good, even though I'm gonna.
20 seconds. Good. Time, guys.
I know. Literally. There.
Alright, let's do a quick recap of what we did Monday before we move on. Okay? So we're going to be working from closed guard. Remember, the theme of the month is. Alright, the theme of the month is offensive chaining. Okay, so this month is not about. Usually we spend a lot of the time we spend a whole month on a particular kind of submission, right? And like the fine mechanics of how to finish it at a high level. Right, last month was arm bars. This month is less about the details of finishing any particular submission, and it's more about those transitions, those moments in time where you need to be able to recognize when you've lost one submission and what door has opened for the next. Right, so that's the theme of the month, is how do I, because whoever chains the most offense together in a fight, rapping match, or an MMA match, whoever chains the most offense together, it usually dictates the pace of the fight. They're usually going to be the winner of the fight. Okay? Anything can happen, but typically he who dictates the pace is going to win, and he who chains the most offense together, keeps the other person on the back foot, is the person who's going to dictate the pace. So, we start this month, this first week of offensive chaining, talking about the holy trinity, if you will, of jiu-jitsu. Where if you've watched any MMA, you've seen arm bars, triangles, and omoplatas. Even if you maybe don't know what the terminology is, you've probably seen these things, because these are classic jiu-jitsu moves. Right? They're classic for a reason, just because they work. They play off very well with each other. So the first thing we talked about Monday was from closed guard. If I want to start isolating limbs, first thing, I've got to work on posture control. Okay, if Luke has tall posture, I can't really get any offense going on there. Okay, I've got to work to get his inside position, his grips, his posts on my hips. Remember, we were just talking about sort of standing up, the space between your shoulders and your hips. This is how you steer a man. This gives you the steering wheel to a man. Okay, but if I take this away, right now when he posts in this inside space, it's really hard for me to get him down. If I take his hands off, it's really easy for me to get him down just by simply bringing my knees to my chest. I don't even have to reach up and grab him. I can bring him to me by simply bringing my knees to my chest. Okay? So, first we take this away. We start controlling posture. You'll see collar ties and you'll see knees to chest. Anything I can do to get his head down, get his chest lower to my chest. Okay? Once we've got control of the posture, this is where offense starts to proceed from closed guard. Okay? So we went over this Monday. First thing we want to really be looking for, one of our first looks is the top block. Okay, so when I have posture control, you're going to see me start to untangle my legs here. So I've got my legs locked in closed guard. Now you're going to see me start to untangle, but not take my feet far apart. My ankles are still crossed if you look. They're just not locked in with my feet. I'm going to start to windshield wipe up and crawl up the back. Kind of like I'm carving like my shin, my calves are knives, trying to slice a ham. Right here, I try to carve up and up and up, okay? Until I can get to a place where I can be over the shoulder here, okay? Once I'm over the shoulder, and my knee is right here in the ear, this is what we call a top lock. So I've got my feet crossed, I'm pulling my heels down into his back, and I'm bringing my knees towards my chest. Okay, this top lock is gonna give us good transitions and good control while we build into our arm bar. It's also really assisting us in keeping this posture controlled. So right now, even though I don't have a hand on the head, if I'm here, try to get your head up. It's very difficult. If I add in my head, try to get your head up. It's very difficult. Okay?
Can I add one thing?
Yeah.
Cross your legs the other way. Get your head up.
Yeah.
It's really important.
Yeah, good detail. The knee is over the shoulder is on top. Okay, and then look, my heels dig down, I back heel. When y'all hear me say back heel, I literally mean take your foot towards your butt, whatever that means to you. Take your heel towards your butt, wherever that is in space. And then I bring my knees to my chest. And I become this ball. Okay? Now that I have my top lock, here's our first look, the arm bar. Okay? I keep this tension. My pivot point is here. Okay, my knee, I'm gonna do it really slow. My feet unlock. My knee starts to point inward, but it never loses contact with the head. At the same time, my knee pit here starts to drive his head away. So my goal, if I want to break somebody's limbs, my goal is to get our spine out of alignment. Right now our spine is very straight, very aligned. Okay, and I know we're recapping Monday, so if you're here Monday, it's not me and you, but just in case. Okay, we got some new faces. I want to make sure that they get a couple reps into this too before we move on with it. So look, when I start to pivot, it's less about moving me. I'm going to make him move with this tension I have. Okay, so this pivots inward or outward, I guess. My knee pivots inward, and I drive here. So I'm pulling this knee to my chest constantly and into his ear, and I'm driving this knee away. See how I make the soles of my feet both point right there at Nevada? They're both aligned. You can lay that in. This gives us a lot of control in this transition. Okay? So even now with the hands, he tries to rip his arm. It's very difficult. Okay? If I'm loose right here between my knee and the ear, if I'm here, he tries to rip his arm out, he's going to be able to get it every time. But if I keep that pivot point and I bring this knee in and I push this knee out, he tries to get his arm back. No hands. Okay? Much easier. Okay? Now I can come right over the face. Okay, and look, you don't want to come, you got all this control. Don't do this. Imagine you're coming through his head. Okay? Try to get your arm out in this transition. Ready? Go. Come through the head. Don't go around the head, come through. Okay, and that's going to be my first tap. So recap real quick. We're here. I isolated, I got his hands out of inside position. I isolated an elbow to the center line, knees to chest, collar tie. I start to climb the back, okay? Here. Now I'm going to move him. I'm not going to move me, I'm going to move his head away from me. I'm going to make his spine point that way. I'm not going to worry about pointing my spine. Now my feet are both pointed at Chad. They're both pointed the same direction, okay? This knee has got tension coming this way. This knee's got tension going that way. Push pull, okay? Now, he tries to get his arm out, stiff hold. Here, I come through the head. I break over my hip. Cool? All right, let's do that one. Then we'll transition to the triangle, and we'll talk about omoplata, all right? 1, 2, 3.
There you go, Chad.
Put one step, that great shoulder.
Very kind of you to say. Such a delicate touch.
So your goal, you're in this spot, is to pass north, south, you're trying to pass my left hand. This one, so you're trying to pass my left.
Yeah.
Right now, you're this one, you're
Isolating my elbows to your center. Alright, that's going to be left on the top. And outside, we need to go to the leg.
yet. I don't think much good yet. Just get it off. Stay square. Bring your knees to your chest. Alright, now move again. Your knee pivots. This track is on your side. We'll stop. Focus on climbing up the back more than the top part. Boom, boom. This is where should be really hanging off.
No.
If they were in the park,
Your health here real quick.
yeah.
I can't really explain because I can't really see.
First thing,
Josh, you gotta cut me in yourself and him.
Alright, so this is where you guys are. Like, you're not going to be arm and hands. We're going to cover this shoulder. Yes. Yes. And then this is where. I'm trying to.
yes. Perfect. Bring your knees to your chest. Bring your hips between back. Bring your knees to your chest.
That's about it for me.
Yeah, no, that's great. Right. Try to get your head up. It should be different. Right. You got posture control. Okay. You got arm posture. Now. Start to and then you're gonna have to reach one leg down. Everything rotates. Your lower leg, your shin rotates. Your shoulder, your points at me. Both soles of your feet are pointed at me. This knee rotates. Do you have to unlock your feet when you're straight? Keep all that tension. Do that now. Don't worry about going over the head yet. Okay. Just point both your feet at me without looking at it. Yes. Keep going. Go back to this. Yes, perfect. Okay. Now bring it in.
That's it, right?
Yep.
It's really.
Shoulder, right?
Here we are. He's good. See this now? Nothing really changed. So it can be just a little bit, but everything's really tight.
See how his heel was like right there in his knee? That's perfect position. That's what we're coming.
Makes it really. You hear it going down. See that? Changing the hand. And don't cross your feet, guys. The brake is that way. Both of them.
Alright guys, a couple more reps. And then this is repeated from Monday. I want to make sure we're being
Don't close my legs.
the new stuff remaining.
No.
Okay, get your hands up and get your hand on the back of your head. It's because this arm is
Get it out.
you might do it if you would like that out. Now it's much easier. What about locking legs?
If I don't want to move, there's another one.
Just bring your drive him with your right sole and pinch your left knee.
Hard. I My knees right inside the head is here. I'm gonna do this. I don't know and rotate my hand on pinching this in. So this is very forward and backward. This is punching right.
My body's underway.
Working like a little bit. This is what it looks like. I'm getting my top block. Undo my top block. I make both this whole life.
I'm not able to hold my breath. You can't even
I have this, so I gotta do it.
If it's, I gotta take a look. If it's another thing, I got
All right.
I'll work with you some more on it. Oh gosh, I'll work with you some more on it. You got me on.
Alright. Okay, so a couple things. One is more experienced guys. Look, when you're just starting out with this hop block, I do want you to focus on carving the hand. Come all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. Okay, all the way up. When you're more experienced, as soon as the posture is broken and the elbows cross the center line, just get up there, okay? You can go straight to one, okay? One shot, one kill kind of thing. But when you're first starting, I want you to focus on keeping the posture broken while you carve that in. Notice how my hips have to get up, right? Armbar 101, what was last week, or last month? What do we connect to? Right, where's our connection? What do we have to immobilize if we want to break an arm? The shoulder. Yeah, so I need to make sure I'm well connected to the shoulder. Okay, all right, so now I'm in my armbar, right? Here. Here's the transition, okay? For whatever reason, he's able to start slipping that arm out. Right there. There's a moment, again, going back to armbar mechanics, two things we need. We need shoulder immobilization, connection to it. We need elbow line. If you don't have those two things, you don't have an armbar. There's a moment where you need to be able to recognize, and this is something you have to feel when you want to play games. There's a moment where I have the armbar, right? Okay? Start slowly coming out. I still have it. I don't have it anymore. Okay? He basically got his elbow in my nuts right now. And if his elbow's in your nuts, you've already lost your foot. So now we know what he's doing. He's gonna rip it out. Okay? So the name of the game here is still posture control. Okay? Because if he just like postures up super hard, there's gonna be nothing. Right? So I still gotta make sure I maintain his posture in the transition. I like this like scoop grip where I connect my wrist right there on the tricep, and I start to flare my elbow just to keep his elbow pointed at the ceiling. Because if his elbow's pointed at the ceiling, it means his shoulders dip down. If his shoulders dip down, it means his head. Okay, if his elbow can rotate this way, it means his shoulder can come up. Right? But if his elbow's this way, he tries to bring his shoulder up, it's very difficult. Okay? So I like that grip. And then even as we know he wants to come up, but now this just slows him down. On our terms, we can let him start to come up. We know he rips that out, he's immediately going to try to come up or circle around. Okay, and try to pressure in. Okay, he might try to pressure in like that. Try to collapse my frames. Right, my knees. As soon as he starts coming up and in, oh, right there. We're straight into it. Let him come to you. Okay, don't go looking for him. Let them hang themselves. So we're here. All we gotta do is go back to the way we came. He already took his arm out. I'm just taking my leg, putting it back on the other side of his head. Okay? And I lock an initial lock. If you can, then, yeah, for sure. But go straight to your finish. Okay? More times than not, if you're really having a battle here, you're gonna get something looking like this in the transition. And it's really important that you get ready to still control the posture in this transition. So nothing's changed. Okay? Now, as he continues trying to fight, I'm going to try to isolate that hand to the other side of my body. He continues trying to fight. Go. Okay? Look, we talked about this the other night. We talked about this quite a bit. If you want to finish a triangle, Your shin, your lower leg has to be above the line of the shoulders. Doesn't have to be, but it should be if you want to finish anybody. Okay, your shin needs to be above the line of the shoulders, and the lock, ideally behind the neck, behind the head. Okay, and those two things remove the shoulder from the lock, which makes it as tight as it possibly can be. All right, so one more time.
One key indicator to making sure you're always there with your knees pointing.
Yeah, yeah. If your knee's at the groin, that means your ankle is at the neck. Okay, so here, so we're at the arm bar, right? And you can drill this from one. You can go to the arm bar. All right, they start to rip out. I've got to make sure I control this elbow, keep it pointed at the ceiling. He's posturing up. Woo. Lock the feet. Okay, just an initial lock. I'm looking to transfer this hand to the other side of my body, and then immediately I'm back to knees to chest, posture control. Okay, because if he just gets his way and blasts through me, yeah, it's going to be pretty bad for me. Posture control is the game. And this is all the while until I can cut the real angle I want. So the more he postures, remember, we got old school triangles, which is fine. Again, this isn't a triangles class, but old school triangles, you can keep his posture broken, put your foot on the hip, look in his ear, this aligns the shoulder, or the shin above the shoulder. You can lock right there and get finished, okay? But better way of finishing these is as he postures. Again, I have to unlock this. If I don't, then right there. Set my knees pointing at the groin, okay? And then I relock behind the neck. And that's what my finish will be. Again, I'm not going to go into the finishing mechanics in great detail. All I want you to do right now is I want you to recognize this moment where I'm going for my arm bar. He rips it out. I've got to be ready to control this, even as he starts trying to pressure in. Okay. And I got to be ready to set my lock. Okay. All right, I have no idea. All right, right there. One more time. I'm here. You guys rip it out. Control that elbow. Make it point at the ceiling. Put the hand the other side. Control the posture. Okay. And then my guys who know how to finish, you can finish it whatever. All I care about is this transition. Number one thing is posture. Like that's the number. If you don't think of anything else, posture. Don't let their head rise. Make it difficult. You make this difficult with your collar ties. You make this difficult with back heeling. When anytime I say back heel, again, how do I bring my heel towards my butt? Even if there's something in between it, just back heel. Heels back. Okay, and then knees to chest. So I'm here, back heel, knees to chest. All right, these are my tools to control this posture. Make sense? All right, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, that's all.
We'll go into the triangle. But if you can focus on getting your leg back around the head, crossing your feet. Yes, arm on this side, right?
Let his posturing be what transitions you to your side. As he raises his head up, it's almost like pulling a dropstick for you to be able to rotate. Keep your left calf hooked around his head as he postures out. Use it to swing on the Yep. Posture up. Now use that posture to swing on it. See that? I think you're trying. That's when you need to lock it up. There you go, Chad. Let his posturing move you around.
Dude, I ain't gonna roll. I didn't know I came, so I wanted to do it.
But I want you to shoot it. I want you to get your head down and using only rotate your legs. You say, we need to lock 730. We're good with that.
It's not a size in your hand. It's a Josh. It's never a size in your Josh. Always answer that. Okay, your finger.
That's my argument.
Yep. Your ankle is not right. Your knee is not right.
You know what I'm saying? Bring his hand back from Alright, 1 more reps, guys. 1 more reps. This is review. Alright guys, swing in. Alright.
Here's a little detail real quick. Nick brought the stubbies, and he's absolutely correct. So when we're finishing this armbar, I know there might be a little bit of confusion because last month we did talk about crossing your feet in arm bars being really good for control, okay? Because it does let me attach to them and it keeps my hips well connected to the shoulder. Okay, but look, when we're going for a finish, we're effectively going straight to a finish here. Okay, like we've already got so much shoulder control and posture broken that when we make this transition, like we're already at the finish line. Okay, but here's one key detail that Nick was giving us that he's absolutely correct. It's like we're all crossing the feet, like they're looking like this. I want to put as much weight in that head as possible. Okay, so instead, I actually want my feet to cheat, if anything, in front of the head and sculpting the mat. Okay, this is different. This is putting way more weight in the head. So when you go to posture up, you actually kind of break the arm. Okay? One more time. So from the top lock, okay, posture control, we're going to do that pivot. Look, I want to cheat the soles of the feet down towards the mat, not up here, down towards the mat, and even away from like in front of the head almost, over there. Okay, this is the line of the head, out of the head, and point over there. Even when I go for the actual finish, again, if they're pointed down here, I'm taking weight off the head. That's very valuable weight that I can be putting for free. So all I have to do is simply move my feet that way. Okay? And then when you go to posture up, it's much more difficult than it is from here. So keep that in mind. That's what we told me to do.
I just got unchanged.
Do what?
I just got undone.
Really? I just got work.
Spit, man.
Alright, let's look at Omoplata real quick. So, the look of Omoplata is, let's say we're in the triangle, okay? We're going for the triangle, going for the triangle. The
Good, how
Omoplata
you
is
doing?
there
How's work?
when there's
Good
two
job.
definitions that we're
What's
looking
that?
for. But
How's
there's
that
one
social media
glaring
going?
one that we're looking for to tell
I
us.
think we gained maybe 10,000
Omoplata
followers
does
since
it.
I saw you last.
Yeah.
And it's
Something
from
like that,
a very common,
cool
very
stuff.
common defense to the triangle, which is he's going to start hiding his hand in my hip. On this
Work is
hand,
work.
Yeah.
yeah,
Same.
because why?
You know what I learned?
Why is that a good
Money
defense?
is probably the easiest commodity in the world to get.
What's that?
Not that hard.
Like I can walk out there right now and stop the first car and they'll give me $1.
Yeah. What about?
Yeah.
Because I scared the shit out of them.
How do we cinch up triangle?
Just for asking.
I have a friendly disposition, so they'll give me money just because I have kind eyes.
That's what I mean. I think people just give you money because they come back. It's easy to come back.
Okay. When he hides his hand, it makes it really hard for me to remove the shoulder from the choke. But if his hand comes back, the more, now that this is not hidden, now it's easy
What?
to cut more and more
My
angle.
son?
Say more and
I
more
don't think
shoulder out of the choke. But when he hides this, he kind of forces, he wedges his shoulder in that lock. Okay? So this is a good defense for him. But this is a cue for me that Omoplata is available. Okay, there's other things available, like reverse triangles, things like that, right? But again, posture control is everything. This is the cue though. So as soon as that hand is in my hip, I can transition from here. I start pushing the head away. Okay? And I'm looking, the next thing we have to have Omoplata, the shoulder needs to get lower than the elbow, and the elbow needs to stay lower than the hand. Because right now the shoulder is above the elbow. So look, as soon as I start moving over the shoulder, I've got to start going belly down. Okay, I've got to control the elbow. And then I put weight in that leg. This is like right here. See how my knees pitching down towards the mat and I'm back healing? Okay? Even if I don't get up, I'm trying to stand up right now, I bend the shoulder, but it's very difficult. Okay? So this is what I'm looking for. These are the conditions where we can actually go into an Omoplata. Okay, my goal with Omoplata is ultimately sit up. Okay, but you can't do any of this if I can't, one, get the hand in the hip, two, control the shoulder and keep it lower than the elbow in all these transitions. And then all the while, he's trying to posture up. He's trying to get his shoulder higher than his elbow. Okay, if he can, go ahead. He's trying to get his head up, or he's trying to dead on not get his elbow down. Those are like I need the elbow and I need the shoulder over that. Okay? So we're gonna play a game now. Where we're gonna start in the triangle. Okay? We're gonna start here. The hands on the shoulder. Okay? It's not across the center line and it's not hidden. Your job is to finish the triangle or get that hand to your hip. And their job is to get out of the triangle. And the only way they can defend the triangle is to hide that hand. Okay? So here, you can stay in an end pass. Actually, no. You know, they can defend the triangle however they want. Okay? But they do have to start like this. If you get that hand to your hip, okay, then you win. Or if you finish your triangle. Make sense? All right, 1, 2, 3. This is live. Okay? We're gonna go for we're gonna go a minute apiece. Got it. Start with your hand on the shoulder. Not across the shoulder. Alright, on the bell, guys.
You just come from training, or you just
1
come from
minute
training?
works.
Do I?
You just come from training, or you coming to training?
Just trying to get some rolls in tonight.
Yeah, I just got time change. I swear I did.
Okay.
I actually am exhausted, and I was like, if I stay in roll, I'd really be mad at myself, so I dressed down. And then you showed up, so now I'm kind of mad.
Well, I might regret it because I'm teaching 2 classes tomorrow. So I'm like,
At James's or here?
one at James and one here.
How's he doing up there?
Good, I guess. Yeah, I mean,
It seems like it. He does a lot of editing, a lot of marketing.
yeah, you know, his kickboxing class is real big.
Yeah.
The grappling kind of ebbs and flows.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, it can,
It's hard to find. Kickboxing is one thing. It's hard to find somebody who can sit down and make sense of this and do it well.
also, it costs a lot to go up there.
Yeah. Those are expensive. You know, I went up to teach at their place for free for
Alright, hey,
a couple of
now,
years.
I want you, actually, you need to put the hand in your hip and
Occasionally I
your
bring
head.
somebody.
Okay? So they can actually.
James would always charge people like
freely still defend the triangle without
Bro,
defending your head.
Alex is one of those. Like, what am I doing again? Charge him $15 for a
Alright, so I
mess.
just
Really?
change the rules a little bit.
So I leave my friends to them to pay, but you're
I
welcome to
said
come to
not
mine
only
anytime.
do
You
you get
never.
the hand to the hip, you also need to clear the head.
And I'm teaching for free. Kind of rubbed me wrong. I told Johnny about it, but they made it right. But still,
Yeah, he's not
That's it.
the most aware when it comes to things like that.
but you know,
He's
it's a
not,
different kind of jiu-jitsu too. They do different.
yeah, and then, but yeah, it's just so expensive. Like, well, you gotta get a grip membership, and that's like 65 by itself. And then his class is 110 for all right.
If you have a gym and you charge more than $9 a month in today's world, you're
Yeah.
like go to almost $10 over.
Yeah, I know. And it's just,
No way.
and honestly, I don't know why Grit's individual prices are so high. That's not even how they make money. They make money with contracts with universities and, yeah. With that, they should be able to lower the prices on individual memberships.
10 seconds.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on this.
Yeah.
Oh well. So my goal is to get the show.
Time, guys. Alright, hey, let's go over one more detail before we wrap up, okay? Here's a few details. Who has the most mobile shoulders? Okay. Alright.
Alright, so let's talk about the control in the Omoplata real quick. We'll probably go back to Omoplata later in the month, or maybe a little next month, because there's a lot to explore here actually.
I want to go backside 50-50 from all.
So look, number one, gotta get the shoulder over, right? When I clear the head, there's a couple of easy mistakes to make here. One is like, people just
trying to kind of kick through like this, but they stay looking at the ceiling.
Really, I want to turn my whole self. So I'm connected to the shoulder, I'm connected to the elbow. I want to keep this elbow looking at the ceiling, right? When this elbow is looking at the ceiling, it makes it hard for the shoulder to come up. Okay? I can grab here, or I can grab here. I recommend, like, controlling the elbow itself. I like this better. Maybe you can try both. But at some point, you're going to want this hand to be able to start to build height. So even if you do this, at some point you're probably going to want to transition to the elbow. Because the elbow is everything. Okay? So I start taking my belly down towards the mat. That's one. Two, I need a weight in the shoulder. If I put weight in the shoulder, like just build your head up right now, Josh. Like this head can move. Okay? But if I put weight, and I put weight in the shoulder, by getting a heavy leg. So think about the extension. Okay? You see how I just loaded the shoulder a bit? And then I can also back heel right here. So I'm taking my knee towards the mat and weighting that shoulder, and I'm back heeling. At the same time, this knee comes above the tricep, and it comes towards my chest. My knees are still relatively close to my hip. Okay? He tries to get his shoulder up now. He would know hand is pretty difficult. Okay? Now, add hand control. Bring your shoulder up. I'm pretty well attached to him now.
Where's home now? You don't have Conjure anymore, do you?
Kind of common responses you're gonna get here. One is gonna be that dead arm. Okay, so if I'm not doing a good job of rotating down and weighting that shoulder, if that shoulder can hold rise, then he's able to really start to high elbow time.
No, it is good pizza. I go there. I eat it way too much. It takes a lot of my money.
Right there.
It's hard not to get, man.
Yeah.
Out that way.
What
That's
I'm
right.
looking for is I wanna
Yeah,
let
also
them
my
do the
kids
work.
like it too, so it's just like,
Yeah,
As
it's
I'm
hard not to.
controlling
and we're basically walking
start
distance.
posturing right here.
I have weird hours that I'll show up and they're not open one day.
Doesn't really matter. And then
Mondays, I think they're not open.
Yeah.
I want to think about
It used to be Sundays too, they're not open,
Okay, that's
but
gonna put his face back towards the
they realize they
And
get a lot of business on Sunday.
It's gonna give you that momentum to build height. So he pulls me up. There. Okay, so think about, I've got my control, okay? As he starts to dead arm, he can't get it, his next move is gonna be going up. Put the foot, straight the legs, and forward shift. As soon as I get up, I'm pinching my knee. I'm taking my ankle to his heel. Okay, and I'm gonna start sitting that 99 or that desk position. Okay, and this is gonna be my control point. Now my finishes are all 100% from here. This is like the initial control. This is back healing. And then this is what I'm gonna use to start building my
Hey, can I give you one pointer? Your right arm should be a little bit closer to his waist to control his ability to actually roll out as well. His top's covered with your other body parts, but the back isn't. So be sure to secure with a tight waist. Yeah.
There are some other fancy finishes if you want to roll. You can go into the truck. There's some pretty cool stuff there. But yes, one more time. Let's drill this real quick. I just want you to feel the control points. Okay, so once I clear the head, remember, I need the elbow pointed at the ceiling. Okay, as the elbow starts to point back down towards the mat, that means the shoulder can rise. Okay, so I have my grip. Okay, I like to go like wrist to tricep. And then I'm attached to the shoulder, attached to the arm. I'm going to move my whole self here. Then I'm going to, it's kind of like a push and a pull with one leg. It's a little bit of a weird mechanic, even to me sometimes. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. But the goal is to put weight in the shoulder by drawing the knee down and forward, and also back into the clavicle. All right, and this knee here is scissoring. So just coming back towards me. Really try to get your head up. I can't hold him here for a super long amount of time. Okay, this isn't gi. In the gi we have lapels, things like that. But in no gi, you got slipperiness, all that. I have a good degree of control, but this still isn't a place I'm gonna hang out. It's still a place of, it's transitory. Okay, the finish isn't here. This is a controlled place, but it's not, don't expect to control somebody for like several seconds, minutes at a time. This isn't like the gi, that might be possible, but not really.
Alright, so now I'm just looking to like slow him down. Like the more slippery he is and committed to moving and exploding out, the more likely he's going to get it over time. So I need to be ready for his reactions. He tries to dead arm, you can't get it. He tries to posture, I go flip, then forward shift. Okay? As soon as I forward shift, I'm immediately still controlling. So this transitions here, I push myself and wedge that hand between his torso and my torso. I back heel here, place my hand, and then I grab my tight waist. Kind of S. Touch my hips. Yeah, all my finishes are going to start going from here. Right? Any questions on that? Let's give it a shot, just a few reps, and then we'll keep this around. And I know we're a little over time. Everybody needs to go to the full 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. Nice to meet you. Yes.
Alright, I like your jiu-jitsu clothes, bro. I like your rashes. I'm digging it. I got dressed out. Dude, I did. I went to bed at 3 and I was up at 6 and I'm done. And I was like, if I roll, I might die. So
You have Saturday?
I'll be here Saturday probably. Sure. You know what I should do is go study it first before I show it to you because I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I don't know what my goals are.
I forget jiu-jitsu until I get down and do it. I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do this. Bro,
I don't really know what my goals are, especially in movie. Like,
Always pulling up the goal list and the position on
they don't even work it.
I'm glad you're feeling better. I think mine just took off outside.
Yes.
We're gonna go.
here, and then
Your finish is gonna. Chad's got finish on like me. The finish you're gonna
we are shifting it towards. To your right, your left foot to your right, to the right. So you're kind of move your foot towards the way the bottom.
Yep, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Belly down, go belly down. Yep, go to your elbow. Go to your right elbow. Go to your right elbow. Like, post up on your right elbow. Hey, now sit up and drive forward. Drive forward with your legs. Your legs.
There.
A little better. Now go to the mat with Go to the mat with your legs. Go down. Yeah, now sit up and reach up and grab his hip with your left hand. Hey, look at that. Now roll your legs sideways, like to your right. Roll them like this. Hey, keep growing, good. You're getting close, bro. This is your first class with an Omoplata. It's a lot. Okay. Most people just learn how to do hi-ya first day. Drive that right leg down. Get in. Drive. Now go to an elbow and sit up. Come up into him. Control the elbow though. Control his elbow, not his wrist.
Matches is super slippery. So like, we never want to take contact off of you don't necessarily have to. Like, you can start to feel the head.
Look, you want to roll top.
At some point, we need
You may as well. He's here for you.
before you start going and if you want one,
Oh, you want to roll or you want?
Yeah, he's here to roll. And I know you don't want to drill that anymore.
yeah. Come back down. No, I'll start to condition that bottom. Put weight in that shoulder. Don't worry about something else.
Watch the whizzer on the left side, Luke, on your right side.
Alright, fine guys, thank you all. Get some rounds in for sure. 5 each tomorrow, 6 o'clock, and then we'll have another match Saturday at 10. Alright? Any questions on anything we went over tonight? We're gonna do Omoplata again. I didn't cover nearly all things I wanted to cover tonight with Omoplata. So, I'm happy to say I can go some stuff there, but I think we might say it for Omoplata too. It's actually pretty cool. I want to. I'm gonna build the string real quick, guys.
Don't give him the secondary control.